game against France. Starts the evening again on the bench. Ben Christensen sprung the Dutch offside trap straight away. Vilvoort is herring into the middle, and Van Breukelen, who has had a bit to do. Laudrup's cross, oh! Denmark have scored, Larsen. 5 minutes gone. And Laudrup got the cross. Here's Gullit, it's a difficult angle. And Marco van Basten, who's... And once more, Brian Laudrup has Holland aching with the advantage of Bergkamp. Well, I think he would have quite liked the game to go on initially. The free kick has been given. The first reaction from Van major platform, Vichka a score against Germany. Neither can do the trick here. Koeman. Gullit taking over from Van Tigelen. And Anderson, who's got one yellow card and now has a second. And if Denmark get to Holland, Poulsen offside against Anderson. So in a matter of seconds, Laudrup. Well, once more, Wouters is the player. Bergkamp! Oh, and it's gone through the goalkeeper. Dennis Bergkamp has equalised. It bounced on into the net. And we're just past the halfway mark in the first. It's out of play. The linesman was flagging. It's a shame for Kim Vilvoort. Yes! He's hit the target again! Henrik Larsen. Denmark. So given away by Gullit. And this is Poulsen. Now Koeman was right on the edge of the area. Well, they come up with Flemming Poulsen asking Laudrup, mown down. And Rijkaard with a driving Danish attack. And my word, they is being loosened here. Poulsen's cross. And that's where they've been unhinged so often, Holland. It was Vilvoort at the far post. Kieft. Oh, Rijkaard. And he didn't complain to Poulsen. He'll try it from there himself. It might not have been the wisest decision. Here's Roy. And for Gullit in particular. With a ball back, but he used it well when he did. Vilvoort with the cross. Oh, and Henrik Larsen. And now it's Van Basten, the trio of Milan players who've done so much in the game. Header and Schmeichel's catch, it should be for Denmark. Holland, can they round it off this time with Wim Kieft? And now with Brian Roy. Had it gone behind for a goal kick, I think it probably had. Well, this was... Oh, and it breaks for Jensen here. Well, I think you saw when he hit the post against. And here's Gullit. Beaten out by Schmeichel, put behind for the corner by Lars Olsen. That's good work from him, and that will be a corner. It came off Kim Championship. Well, they can. Frank Rijkaard. Well, you have to say it's the mark of a great team. And Gullit was trying to be too clever. Christensen. Oh, well, there would have been no coming back from that on him. Well, for much of the second half, Holland were putting the writing on the wall for Denmark. Keep Holland occupied. Somebody's got to mark him. Down goes Van Basten as he's shaped for the cross. And the challenge from time. But Denmark finding it difficult to get it clear, and the header. Roy. Van Basten calling for the cross. Roy wanting to work it onto his left foot. He's a player who, for his club Ajax, doesn't really get enough goals. And between the two countries here, and Poulsen with too much aggression. And still more. Out of his head, but using the inside of it as well. Gullit. Oh, he saw a gap there, and there was one. Schmeichel was expecting a header back across goal and would have been wrongly positioned. The ball in, it's Rijkaard alone at the back post. It's Roy beaten out by Schmeichel, and Denmark survive thanks to their goalkeeper. A rueful Roy knows that that was a great opportunity to put the Dutch in front for the. Well, no sting in the tail there. Here is Van Basten, and it was a difficult ball to cross on the run. It's over. It is over. Scoreline unchanged. Holland 2, Spain, but lost on penalties. Oh, Schmeichel! And it's Gullit who's denied the goal. And Sieverbeek couldn't keep up with him. Gullit, that came off the head of Christophe. Van Basten, Kieft, and now it'll be Schmeichel's. Poulsen! Oh. Well, it was a very good strike, a very clear. Koeman sets his sights. Not too many of his goals these days come from free play. They find something on the break, and they're prepared to pursue, and now Koeman is caught by Elstrup. Barrier to lay the ball off. And Jensen once more, and the movement here of Marco van Basten. Oh, they so nearly did. It was a vain chase. Back in from Kieft. And Picnic had to be right alongside Van Basten then, and he was. And the place in the final will be settled. We're twice a goal down. And Denmark, Holland's hopes, but blast them as well. And he rams it into the roof of the net. And technically Holland are in front for the first time here. Oh, and Van Breukelen got to it but couldn't keep it out. Come up in quick succession. Oh, and he hasn't scored now. Schmeichel has saved it from all people. Marco van Basten. Of a piece here. Oh, well, again he got to it, but again he couldn't keep it out. Poulsen scores, and it's Denmark who are in front. Bergkamp, and he scores. 2-2, but final. And he scores. An enormous weight on his shoulder. But Rijkaard, whose work is done, so asking a great deal of him. And Vilvoort gets the biggest cheer of all. My word, that took. And he hasn't done. But Denmark have one more to go. His play. It's a short approach to the ball, and he's done it! Oh, what a way to win it! A sensation in the semi-final in Gothenburg seems possible.